and my car looks big time naked without the Wickerbill on there. Squad, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time checking me out, you already know what you gotta do. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel. Help me get to the 1,000 subscriber mark so I can do more things with the channel. YouTube has special features that you can do when you hit 1,000. So please, ma'am, please, sir, help me get there. Very much appreciated. Like and make sure you drop a comment, interact with me. That also helps with the channel also. So today's video, no cap in the title at all. We are doing what we're saying we're going to do. So we are going to do some customization on my Wickerbill here, and as I'm doing a customization on it, we'll be telling you some things about it and where I got it from, and a couple things to look out for. So first things first, I'm gonna have to remove this off of the car, so let me do that first before we get to the next steps. All right, so I got my tool right here. So I got 6 of these things to unscrew, so let's get to unscrewing this thing. All right, so we got the Wickerbill off here. See, it is off. We have all the hardware off as well, and my car looks big time naked without the Wickerbill on there. So yeah, so next step, since I got some things got to do in the garage, got to move the car out the way, and let's get to that too. All right, so we got all the hardware off, as you can tell now. So what we're going to do here, move over to the washer. Get over a little bit. So my washers that go on my Wickerbill here, you can see these things are gold. And what we're going to do, actually, you may can guess what we're about to do. I'm actually going to paint these. I'm painting these red because it will tie in with the color of the car, and it's one of those small details that I feel will help bring it out a little bit more instead of having some gold washers on there. I know there are gold, there are colored washers already out there in the market, but why do that when I could just paint these and we'll be good to go? So I'm gonna clean them up a little bit, hit it with some paint here, and we'll be good to go. And while I'm working on this as well, I'm also gonna give you some insight on my Wickerbill and a couple things you may wanna look out for if you're deciding on a Wickerbill, or wanna know if you wanna pull the trigger on it or not. So stay tuned for that also. All right, so what we did, of course, before you paint anything, you gotta make sure everything is clean. So I cleaned all of these with some acetone that I had, same stuff that I cleaned the engine bay with when I was painting the engine part. So I'm gonna use the same paint, this engine enamel that is red, same stuff I used on the engine bay. This should be really quick, easy process. These are small parts, it's hot outside, these things should dry fast. We shouldn't have to be out here all day melting. So let's get to that too. So anytime I'm painting anything, I like to try to go from all angles so I don't miss anything. So I like to hit it from this angle, come here, and then, do all that number there so I can hit it. So it looks like I got pretty good coverage. I'm probably gonna hit this with a few more coats, let it dry, and we'll be ready to put these back on. So we just hit it with another coat of red. It's like 3 coats really. Make sure we hit on all sides of that. And we're just gonna let that dry. And it's gonna wrap up painting this part. So we're just gonna get that back on and move on to the next step. All right, so we got them all dry. Now you can see how they look in the sunlight. So now, last part of the process, we just got to drill them back in and we'll be good to go from there. So let's go ahead and speed up the video while I get the style taken care of. All right, so we got it back on now, and you see that I colored the washers for all of the bolts here, so I feel like that ties in pretty good. It makes it stand out a little bit more too. Excuse the car from being dirty. It's dirty, and if you got something to say about it being dirty, let me know, and I can cash app. You can cash app me some money to clean it. But yeah, so we got it done. I feel like the red pops better with the car versus the gold looking bolts. Now, a couple reviews on my particular Wickerbill. This Wickerbill is from Steve White Motors, and I'm not sure the material of a lot of other Wickerbills. I think it might be like some kind of plexiglass or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but this one is metal. It's some kind of aluminum, so this one is metal. You will have to drill into your spoiler, and there's no way around it. So if you are worried about drilling into your spoiler and you don't want to do it, then Wickerbill is not for you, but you will have to drill into the spoiler to do that. Originally, this car came with the smaller spoiler on the back, and I changed it out for the large spoiler so I can accommodate this Wickerbill on it. I did the installation myself. I would suggest maybe another hand here, because this Wickerbill itself, even though the car is curved, as you can probably see on here, the car is curved, this Wickerbill itself is actually flat, so you have to curve it to fit the actual back of the spoiler here. So it is kind of difficult to do by yourself when you're trying to get the hose lined up right. If you do misalign the hose a little bit, you do have to maybe widen out the hose. I had to do it on one of these on the end, where I had to widen the hose out a little bit so I can get to the drill point I made. But installation out of a 1 out of 10, with 10 being the most difficult and 1 being easy, it'll be about a 6 or so. I mean, it's not too terribly hard, but it is nerve-wracking to drill into a spoiler. You got one shot to do it right. If you mess up the spoiler while drilling into it, then you're gonna be out about $300-400 for another OEM spoiler. So definitely, if you don't feel comfortable doing it, get a professional and do it. I did it myself. I don't consider myself a professional. I just follow directions pretty well. Another thing with the Wickerbill, does it add downforce? No, it probably does not add downforce at all whatsoever. Honestly, to take advantage of any downforce it has, you have to be going pretty fast, and you're not going to hit those speeds for downforce. It will probably throw some drag into the car, which again won't make a lot of effect at all, because you're not going to be going fast enough for it to impact like your fuel mileage or anything like that. But one thing I will say, it will change how the air comes off the back of the car. With the Wickerbill, it will get the back of your car dirtier faster, because it is causing a lot of turbulence back here, and a lot more dirt will end up on the back of your car than before if you have a Wickerbill. I know a lot of people don't drive their car in the rain, but if you drive one of these in the rain and someone is behind you, rest in peace to the person behind you, because of the fact that because of all the turbulence, it throws up water everywhere. It's been a few times where I've been driving in the rain and I look behind me and I can't see anyone behind me, and if they are behind me, they either slow down so they can get away from me, or they get into another lane, because it will throw up a lot of water just because of the turbulence that it causes. So those are a couple things to keep in mind. The turbulence you won't have to worry about, just the people behind you just have to worry about it. Like I said, there's a lot of companies that make Wickerbills. Like I said, I got mine for Steve White Motors. You got Z01 add-ons, Downforce Solutions. I'm probably leaving out a lot of them, but there's a lot of different designs for them with the plexiglass and all that. Mine is all, I think this is aluminum, it's all metal, no plexiglass. And on mine, I try to mount it a little bit higher so you can see it a little bit on it, so you can kind of get a good view of the angle there. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. The red on the washers really do set it off, and I like the look. Let me know what you think. So this is going to wrap up this video. Appreciate you tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and we're gonna keep it moving. Catch you on the next video. We are out. Peace.